This is going to sound like a silly thing to say, but I've said much worse.
Okay.
Like, how big of a difference is the goaltending? If you have an elite goalie on this Oilers team in comparison to what they have, like, we don't know because they haven't had one with this group, obviously. But I just feel like if you can just you need essentially 3 good games around from your goalies, and your offense should be able to win you the 4th if it comes to it.
Yeah.
And I think these two can do it. They just don't make it easy for us to do it. And, like, you can say massive, but there's tons of, like, Hellebuck almost lost Winnipeg that series.
Son of a bitch, you're right.
Super close to doing it.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Blackwood, he played fine. Wasn't good enough. Their offense was great. There's a lot of goalies that aren't in the playoffs anymore who are not probably, better than Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard.
Can I just give me a sec to go through some of these? Sergei Bobrovsky wins the Stanley Cup last year. 18 months before that was without a doubt viewed as the worst contract in the entire sport. Logan Thompson, Vezina finalist this year, traded for 2 third-round picks, currently makes under $1 million. Freddie Anderson, I'm going goals saved above expected through the list right now on Money Puck from these playoffs. Freddie Anderson, again, yes, bigger name, but like just signed a $2.some million deal. Philip Gustafson, any team could have had him this summer for the Logan Thompson deal.
No one wanted him.
No one wanted him. Not one of the 31 other teams. When Minnesota said, we want to run with Fleury, we will trade Philip Gustafson for 2/3. No one blinked. No one touched it. Jordan Binnington, 18 months ago, untradeable contract. Anthony Stolarz, 18 months ago, barely in the NHL.
Hey, anyone want to pick Darcy Kuemper before the series to beat the Edmonton Oilers? And Calvin Pickard outdueled him in 4 straight games.
Darcy Kuemper, 12 months ago, lost the starting job to Charlie Lindgren, was viewed as an untradeable contract, had to be dumped for Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think another thing that's also lost in Stanley Cup playoff winners history is Pavel Francouz swept the Oilers. Like, he was the goalie, right?
Yeah.
Darcy Kuemper got injured in that series, and he was a fine goalie on that team. That team was also incredible, don't get me wrong. But again, like, when Darcy Kuemper went down in that series, we all thought, this is it.
Yeah.
Edmonton's winning because they have Pavel Francouz between the pipes. And guess what? The Oilers didn't win a game and didn't come close to winning a game. Really, I know one went to overtime, but still would have only been a 3-1 series if they had won. I don't know. It's such an interesting thing because I truly do not know what the right answer is. I will fully put my hands up and admit I thought Stuart Skinner was going to figure it out at some point this season.
Me too.
Evidently, that has not happened, but we have Calvin Pickard now, our pal Cal, guiding us until he inevitably falls off a cliff and Skinner has to come save us again.
I think you made a really good point there because Mulek says it in the chat, but doesn't that confirm that if we had a better goalie, we would win? Sure. If you have good goaltending, you're going to win in the National Hockey League. My point is, you don't know who the better goalie is. And who the better goalie is right now is not going to be the better goalie next spring and is not going to be the better goalie next fall. Like, that's just my whole point with all of this is like the people who jump down my throat for the Stuart Skinner stuff and whatever. And like, yeah, was I wrong about Stuart Skinner? Absolutely. Mackenzie Blackwood had himself a really good regular season. Last month of the season, he was hot garbage. And guess what he was against the Dallas Stars? Little inconsistent.
He finished with a Mackenzie Blackwood. Where is he?
He's 6th on the goal saved above expected.
He finished with an 892 and a 271. There was only 4 goalies in the first round that had a save percentage over 900.
The position is absolute voodoo. Yeah. And Jeff says it. You have to have the hottest goalie, not the best. So I think the take would be, if you're the Oilers, strengthen your duo a little bit. Maybe get someone with a higher ceiling than Calvin Pickard next year. And if Pickard's your 3rd and he's mentoring Ollie Rodrigue, you say, hey, man, you're making $1 million.
Yeah.
Right?
Also,
but the idea, again, sure, would Blackwood have been great? Yes. Then you have to give him $5.6 million. And go through the list of teams who've committed in the $5 to $6 million range to guys like Mackenzie Blackwood. You get Kempers, you get Campbells, who can't start long term. Like, again, I don't know what the solution is.
If you have Blackwood right now, would you be able to have Wallman?
No, you wouldn't have had
and
the
then without
assets.
Ekholm, you would be toast anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's necessarily wrong in this whole argument. I think it all just is random. I really do.
Goaltending it's just absolute voodoo, man. Like, again, nobody wanted Kevin Lankinen this summer.
Yeah.
Kevin Lankinen turns out is a good goalie. Now he's got a 5-by-whatever deal.
And now he's bad again.
And now he sucks again. And they already paid him. So they shouldn't have paid him. Like, it's just, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this is kind of my point. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.